Let me say to my colleague on the other side, Congresswoman Wagner, for using her time to actually read me the oversight plan. And for the record, let me just say, clearly I read it. And let me use my time to say that I read it, and that was one of the reasons that I wanted to make sure that we protected diversity. Let me also give clarity based on her remarks and others that what this amendment is doing is asking to put diversity efforts and requirements back into what is already law, because it's in the Dodd-Frank Act. And secondly, words matter. I say that every day. And Mr. Chairman, I applaud you for the gift for me to chronologize and journal my journey here. And I'm going to dedicate this book to writing about DEI. Every time I come into this committee, I'm going to put you on notice. I don't care what the topic is. I'm going to put your districts on notice. I'm going to make this my commitment, because I get a card here that says to me that we're going to work on policies that will make our nation stronger. Well, this nation was built on slaves who gave their lives and built many of the buildings that they live in. This nation was built on women who breastfed your children and did other things. And you're going to send me a card to say, make our nation stronger, and then stand here and take exception to putting diversity and equity and inclusion? Why would you be so afraid? It doesn't eliminate anyone. We're not picking people who aren't scholarly. And then you're going to tell me to make freer capital markets? And then here's the last one to enter into the records. I want this document, Mr. Chairman, entered into the records, that we're going to offer more choices in people's personal pursuit of happiness on the same day this president of the United States is laying people off because they were qualified, but they happen to be of color. They happen to be female. Well, I'm going to tell you that is not acceptable to me. I'm going to say to you that I asked you to take a look at your districts. You took the same oath that I took. You took an oath of office to serve all of the people. We're not asking you to let someone keep their job because they're not qualified. If you look at the people who are in these jobs, they're being laid off. Some of these folks are making the difference in those departments. To give them lack of notice about their future and put this mark on their resume, how do they go look for another job and then explain? I did all this great stuff, but what am I supposed to say? But because my gender was what it is, I got removed. Look at this room and the people over here. You know, we got a vice president that got a black or brown wife. You know, so now when we look at talking about what we're standing for, I saw them little pretty brown black babies that they marched across here. So we're talking about our black and brown babies the same way. You are destroying the future of our children. It is genocide. And you're going to hear it repeatedly from me. Every day I hope I make you as uncomfortable as this makes me. And I yield back.
The gentlelady's time from Texas has expired.